One to the altar, another is heading to divorce court. But that may be changing. More and more couples in trouble are heading for the marriage counselor. Jacqueline Adams reports tonight's Eye on America.
Beyond the lace and the flowers, marriage is a solemn vow. Every year, more than 2 million couples promise to love and honor, if not obey.
I will be faithful to you.
I do.
I do.
The euphoria usually fades, though. 50% of all marriages in this country end in divorce.
Is marriage a fairy tale?
A nightmare. It could have been, or it was.
Most of us know something about falling in love, but how do you sustain it?
Today, couples face so many stresses: money, sex, kids, dual careers, unemployment. Even little things can rip a relationship apart.
I get home exhausted and I have to make dinner right away. I really resent it.
But I also feel the pressure.
It's not the cooking.
Increasingly, though, couples are choosing not to divorce, but to seek therapy. In the past decade, the number of couples or family therapists has doubled, and they're doing a multi-million-dollar business.
Women's #1 complaint is my husband can't communicate.
Chicago area therapist Michelle Weiner-Davis says many couples can get a quick fix from short-term therapy. On average, just 3 to 5 sessions.
I'd say the top complaint for a man is my wife nags all the time. It's because men and women communicate differently.
Look at Marion and Paul.
After 30 years and 3 kids, Jeannie and Joe Godbout were on totally different wavelengths.
I just had it. I mean, had it up to here with Joe's moods. He was just angry all the time, or just not speaking.
I said, I'm 50 years old. I'm not going to change. This is it. If you don't like it, you can leave. She did. And boy, after that, then I started thinking, well, maybe I should change.
He used a bribe, pure and simple. Joe promised to sign a separation agreement if his wife would try pairs, a form of group therapy or psychoeducation.
Where are we supposed to learn about love?
For 5 months and roughly $2,400, depending on which of the 40 pairs classes you attend around the country, married and even unmarried couples learn how to truly hear one another and air their differences in structured, fair fights.
I resent the fact that I'm not free to see my friends when I want to see them.
I resent being blamed for something when it was your responsibility to speak up if you wanted to do something with somebody.
It sounds to me like Joe wants to feel important, too, that maybe you being away makes him feel less important.
But not everyone thinks America's love affair with couples therapy is healthy. Author Wendy Kaminer is an outspoken critic of therapy.
You have to ask yourself whatever happened to common sense. You know, why do we think that you need to have a professional or a graduate school degree to know how to have a good relationship, to know how to talk to your spouse, to know how to be nice to your spouse?
It's worked, though, for Al and Mary Edwards.
I didn't have any operating instructions when I met Mary. Even though we've been together for years, if you don't have the manual, you don't really have the keys to work with somebody.
One of the keys pairs offered is the calm, scheduled daily temperature check, or conversation.
It took you a while before you were really talkative, and I don't know, did you have a bad day at work?
It's fairly quick, but it does get you to sit down and listen to each other.
Problems don't go away, but we're able to work on them together and resolve them.
In the past, Dad went to work, Mom stayed home, and suffering was done in silence. Today, however, in many families, when Father no longer knows best, maybe the therapist will. For Eye on America, I'm Jacqueline Adams in New York.
And that's part of our world tonight.